The following content contains forensic details based on real-life events. Names, locations, and details have been altered to protect the identities of those involved. What you're about to witness is not a crime scene, but the aftermath.
Not every job leaves a mark, but some never leave you. For years, I've stepped into the places most people turn away from. Empty apartments, motel rooms, forgotten homes. Cleaning up after the stories no one wants to hear. Now, I'm telling them. This is the unseen world of forensic cleaning, the aftermath of tragedy, the things left behind. Every case is different, every room has its own story. And over the weeks ahead, I'll take you inside them. Welcome to the cleanup. Some jobs stay with you longer than others. Some places, they sink into your bones. This one? The moment I stepped inside, I knew this wasn't just another cleanup. The call came in last night, a welfare check. The tenant hadn't been seen in weeks. Neighbors reported a smell. Strong, rotten, like meat left out too long. They weren't wrong. I pull up just after sunrise. The apartment sits in a row of old Victorian buildings, their blue paint peeling, windows clouded with grime. A place stuck in time. As I step out, the morning air is crisp, but beneath it, something lingers, a faint trace of what's waiting inside. The door is still taped off, yellow police tape fluttering in the breeze. Beyond it, the hallway is silent. The kind of silence that feels heavy, like the air itself knows what happened here. The wooden floors creak under my boots. The walls, once a rich navy blue, are faded and cracked. Decades of cigarette smoke and dust have settled in every corner. This isn't my first scene. It won't be my last. But there's something about this one, something that makes me pause before I step inside. I take a breath and push the door open. The first thing you notice in a place like this is the silence. No hum of a fridge, no ticking clock, just stillness. The air is thick, heavy, a mix of stale cigarette smoke, dust, and something deeper, something that clings to the walls, that sinks into the floorboards. The living room is frozen in time. A black leather couch sits against the far wall, dust pooling in its creases. The coffee table in front of it is cluttered. Old letters, crumpled receipts, a half-empty glass, its surface clouded with fingerprints. And then there's the floor. A dark stain stretches across the wood. Dried now, seeped deep into the grain. A single police evidence marker sits beside it, number 4. The report said he'd been here for weeks, alone. No visitors, no calls, just a missed rent payment, and a smell that got too strong to ignore. I've seen worse, but something about this one, something about this place feels off. I move further in. Past the couch, past the stain. My boots leave faint imprints in the layer of dust on the floor. The air is stagnant, unmoving. The only thing shifting is the weak daylight filtering through the curtains, casting long, uneven shadows across the room. The door to the bedroom is slightly open. I don't need to look inside to know what's there. I take a breath and push the door open. This isn't about crime scenes, it's about what happens after the police are done, after the forensics team takes their samples, after the cameras flash and the questions stop. What's left is this. I suit up, white hazmat, gloves, mask the works. The smell hits first. Even with the mask, it lingers. It's not just rot. It's something deeper, something stale, sickly sweet, like the room itself is decomposing. Step 1, containment. Anything touched by bodily fluids has to go. The couch? Salvageable. The carpet? Not so much. I cut a section out, rolling it tight, sealing it in a biohazard bag. The floorboards underneath? Soaked through. I'll have to treat them, maybe even replace them. I kneel by the stain. Industrial grade cleaner, heavy duty brush, scrub, rinse, repeat. You can wipe away the surface, but some things, they sink in deeper. As I work, I spot something on the coffee table. A letter, unopened. The name on it doesn't match the tenants. A lost connection? A message never read? I leave it where it is. Some things aren't mine to take. I take a breath and push the door open. 3 hours later, the room looks almost normal. The stain is gone. The floor is scrubbed. The couch wiped down. The air, once thick with decay, now reeks of industrial disinfectant. If you didn't know what happened here, you wouldn't think twice. Just another old apartment. Just another empty space. But I know. I see the faint discoloration in the wood where the body had been, the way the dust has settled in strange patterns, marking where furniture once stood. The room is clean, but it hasn't forgotten. I gather my gear, the last of the waste bags, a clipboard with the final report. Everything accounted for. The job is done, the scene is erased, but as I stand in the doorway looking back, I can't shake the feeling that something still lingers. The last thing I do is stand in the doorway, take one final look. An empty room, a couch, a coffee table, a single unopened letter. No trace of what happened here. No evidence of the life that ended. Just silence. People always ask if I believe in ghosts. If I ever feel something lingering. I don't know about ghosts, but places like this, they hold on to things. Whispers of the past, shadows in the silence. I take off my gloves, drop them into the waste bag, sign off on the final report, and step out. Another job done, another door closed. And outside, the city keeps moving, like nothing ever happened. The job is done, the scene is erased, the door closes behind me, but not every place lets go that easy. Some rooms hold on to things. If you want to see more of the stories left behind, subscribe. More cases are coming soon.